A prototype is an early sample model or release of a product built to test a concept or a process to act as a thing to be replicated or learned from. It's first important to understand prototype models are best utilized when the desired system needs to have a lot of interaction with end users. When using this type of model, errors typically can be detected much sooner and quicker. User feedback is available, leading to better solutions. Since in this methodology, a working model of the system is provided, the users gain a better understanding of the system being developed. There are some disadvantages of prototyping methodology. This method may increase the complexity. The original plan may start to extend beyond original plans. The prototyping methodology allows you to design a working prototype or early sample of what's to come. Here are the software development lifecycle methodologies: Agile, Lean, Waterfall, Iterative, Spiral, DevOps. Each of these approaches in some ways from the others, but all have a common purpose to help teams deliver high quality software as quickly and cost effectively as possible. A brief description of the 6 most common SDLC methodologies. Agile. The Agile model has been around for about a decade, but lately has become a major driving force behind software development in many organizations. Some businesses value the Agile methodology so much that they are now applying it to other types of projects, including tech initiatives. In the Agile model, fast failure is a good thing. The approach produces ongoing release cycles, each featuring small incremental changes from the previous release. At each iteration, the product is tested. The Agile model helps teams identify and address small issues on projects before they evolve into more significant problems, and engage business stakeholders and get their feedback throughout the development process. As part of their embrace of this methodology, many teams are also applying an Agile framework known as Scrub to help structure more complex development projects. Lean. The Lean model for software development is inspired by Lean manufacturing practices and principles. The 7 Lean principles in this order are: eliminate waste, amplify learning, decide as late as possible, deliver as fast as possible, empower the team, build integrity in, and see the whole. The Lean process is about working only what must be worked on at that time, so there's no room for multitasking. Project teams are also focused on finding opportunities to cut waste at every run throughout the SDLC process, from dropping necessary meetings to reducing documentation. The Agile model is actually the Lean method for the SDLC, but with some notable differences. One is how each prioritizes customer satisfaction, and Agile makes it the top priority from the outset, creating a flexible process where project teams can respond quickly to stakeholder feedback through the SDLC. Lean, meanwhile, emphasizes the elimination of waste as a way to create more overall value for customers, which in turn helps enhance satisfaction. Waterfall. Some experts argue that the waterfall model was never meant to be a process model for real projects. Regardless, the waterfall model is widely considered the oldest of the structured SDLC methodologies. It is also a very straightforward approach. Finish one phase and move on to the next. No going back. Each stage relies on information from the previous stage and has its own project plan. The downside of waterfall is its rigidity. It's easy to understand and simple to manage, but early delays can throw off the entire project timeline. With little room for revisions once the stage is completed, problems can't be fixed until you get to the maintenance stage. This model doesn't work well if flexibility is needed or if the project is long-term and ongoing. Iterative. The iterative model is repetition. Instead of starting with fully known requirements, project teams implement a set of software requirements, then test, evaluate, and pinpoint further requirements. A new version of the software is produced with each phase or iteration. Rinse and repeat until the complete system is ready. Advantages of the iterative model: over other common SDLC methodologies is that it produces a working version of the project early in the process. It makes it less expensive to implement changes. One disadvantage, repetitive process can consume resources quickly. One example of an iterative model is the Rational Unified Process, developed by IBM's Rational Software Division. It's designed to enhance team productivity that also captures many of the best practices in modern software development in a form that is suitable for a wide range of projects and organizations. Spiral, one of the most flexible SDLC methodologies. The spiral model takes a cue from the iterative model in its repetition. The project passes through 4 phases: planning, risk analysis, engineering, and evaluation, over and over in a spiral until completed, allowing for multiple rounds of refinement. The spiral model is typically used for large products. It enables development teams to build a highly customized product and incorporate user feedback early on in the project. Another benefit of the SDLC model is risk management. Each iteration starts by looking ahead to potential risk and figuring out how to best to avoid or mitigate them. DevOps. The DevOps methodology is the newcomer of the SDLC scene. It emerged from 2 trends: the application of agile and lean practices to operations work, and the general shift in business toward seeing the value of collaboration between development and operations staff at all stages of the SDLC process. In a DevOps model, developers and operation teams work together closely and sometimes as one team to accelerate innovation and the development of higher quality and more reliable software products and functionalities. Updates to products are small but frequent. Discipline, continuous feedback, and process improvement and automation of manual development processes are all hallmarks of the DevOps model. Choosing the right SDLC model for an organization development project will require a lot of careful thought. But you have to keep in mind that a methodology for planning and guiding a project is only one ingredient for success. Even more important is assembling a solid team of skilled talent people committed to moving the project through every unexpected challenge or setback.